So I have returned once again today to actually deliver a stream of all but the movements of the Earth. Sorry, I was moving OBS over. Just realized that. I was like, wait a minute, I never moved OBS over to my other screen. That's the reason why I was like a bit not distracted, but just doing something at the same time as actually introducing the stream. Anyway, yes, so we actually are reading Orbs on the Movements of the Earth, the manga series. As you know, we're on the final volume of the series now. This is the conclusion, which is very sad to see. I do love this series to bits. It is my favorite series, so I do love this series to bits. It's also I didn't check my mic, so it's also a problem. I sort of just have to fix as well. Put my headphones off. Sorry, a bit of a mess today because I'm trying to see if everything's working. Because last time I did this, all hell broke loose. My computer fucking died. So thankfully, it seems to be working at least. So yeah, this is the final volume of the series. We're not at the end of the series in the anime form. We're at about what, halfway through, I think, now at this point. I think we got 11 episodes to go until the final episode of the anime series, but it's the final volume. And yeah, I mean, the prior volume was pretty exquisite, I must admit. It was pretty damn good. It kind of sort of brought a lot of things to a full circle, as I say in the series. And yeah, I mean, I really want to see how it ends with Noak because again, he's one of like the last pillars of like the prior arc still going. So I kind of want to see what he's gonna do next and whether or not he does fulfill his duty of taking out heliocentrism, which at this point we probably realize probably not because it was be a very awkward ending. A very, very awkward ending. Right, let's put on Twitter actually gone live. Comfy as we conclude. Orb. It's really weird to feel like I've actually finished the series again. It's been a while since I actually finished the series. Not personally, I finished the series a little while ago. What was the last time I finished? I think it was what was the series I finished? It was Goze Hotaru, which is really good. And this is the first series in a while I've actually read on stream and finished. Which is which is actually it's a pretty cool feeling to actually finish a series off again on YouTube. Let's hope we can do some more in the new year as well. I do want to read some more series in the new year. Maybe ones that aren't currently serializing, but older series as well. So anyway, let's begin chapter 53. Shit, they're catching up. So it seems. Also, would help actually press the button. What do we do? I never feared my choices. Huh? For I always believed that all goes according to God's plan. But now, for the first time, I'm afraid. What? I pray you succeed. Schmidt! Bro, don't tell me you're gonna lose the boy as well in this volume. The got a tendency not to fucking survive in this series, like Jesus. Saw Jolenta get fucking kaboom last stream as well. I was like, bruh. Ah, hey. Okay, interesting play. I wonder how this is gonna play out. I've killed many of your friends for the sake of my faith, but now that faith is wavering, maybe that means I shouldn't kill you, but I will for the sake of my conviction. I'm sorry. What are you talking about? You raving loon? Die. I mean, he's got to like walk that off. Go to hell. No. Yeah, he did. just, dude just walks that off. Maybe that not so much. Okay, maybe not that. Maybe not that though. Maybe not that. Choking on your words. What a way to die. But for a heliocentrist. Ibnzo? It's the fate I choose. I mean, If we can concrete say he's fucking dead, I guess we gotta do the old salute for my boy. Interesting. That's a good, interesting. It'd be interesting to see if he actually does die though. Like Novak actually dies without really, fulfilling anything because A, he doesn't actually technically know Jonathan's dead. And two, he dies without actually kind of fulfilling his own conviction of taking down heliocentrism, which we know is basically futile, but at the same time, it'd be interesting to see. It'd be interesting to see if he does actually, bite the dust, so to speak. Who goes there at this hour? A journeyman. Hmm? Your papers? Right here. You may pass. Your grace. What time is it? What's wrong? It's a visitor. It says it's important. Shall I let them in? Who is it? What is it? What does he look like? It's a swarthy? Swarthy? Is that how you say that word? Swarthy? Girl. From attire, I'd say she's a nomad. You. It figures. Long time no see. Why are you here? Well, for profit, you might say. Leave, boy. What? I'll hear her. Okay, well, cool. Well, at least I was gonna say it'd be interesting to see if he actually does die at that point. That was just like the way he goes out. Tracks. So, profit, you say? A fine topic. Now, from whence does it derive? I get straight to the point. Books. We're on the cusp of an age of plenty for the middle classes. Books will sell. Oh, 54. Let me change the actual what's it called? Chapter title. Before I forget to. There we go. Oh shit, wrong. Don't want beacon open. There we go. It is not faith people crave, but entertainment. Think of the passion with which the townsmen devour spectacles from shows to executions. They starve for stimulation, and that's where books come in. If we teach people their letters, they'll soon grow addicted to reading, and they will be able to read when they like, where they like, not just in church. Production of books using a printing press is cheap and frighteningly simple. So I'm hoping that you will work with me. So I'd like you to supply me with a press and a license to publish. I promise it won't be a losing venture. Hmm. And what do you intend to publish? That's the thing. Have a book that proposes a certain hypothesis in natural philosophy. To put it bluntly, it's a book on the movements of the earth. Yo, name drop. Name drop. Girl, what are you? Does it sound heretical? There we go. Hate that word. Heretical. Does it sound heretical? Listen though. I'm just getting to it. Think about it. Do you know of any historical precedent for this premise being suppressed? Can you really say in the end that it's heretical? What? Of course it's heretical. What do you take me for? You waste my time. I'll have you know before I lock you up, my father condemned a number of heliocentrists. Uh, wait. You have a point. I never heard of it being suppressed elsewhere. I knew it. It's just love how he's just like, wait a minute. I know it sounds fraught. It seemed like trouble to me too at first. It's true that cosmology bears on God's creation. It's no wonder men would avoid it. It could well lead to condemnation. One ought to be careful. However, as long as one is careful, might one say there's no strict need to ban it? Might it not be in fact a thrilling subject of entertainment? Hmm. So you're saying that whether or not heliocentrism is heretical depends greatly on this discretion of the authorities. Yes, that's what I'm saying. I see. I want you to know one thing. I'll drop you as soon as the wind changes. What? So you mean calm down? First things first, the profit split. 50-50. Ha! Don't make me laugh. 80-20. Fine. Good. It appears we have a deal. Thank you. One more thing. There's a letter I'd like to send out regarding publication. Might I? Very well. I have a pigeon you can use. I'll lend it to you now. Who goes there? Uh-oh. A very pissed off Nowak. I'm after a heretic. Here's my warrant. I tracked the suspect here. Have you seen anyone odd? Actually, there was this girl. A girl? Where did she go? Huh? Towards that church. Church. Is there a shop that sells strong liqueur around here? Wake them up. I need a drink. Uh-oh. Oh shit. What? It's Bishop Antoni. Ah, I thought it was someone we recognized. You're the bishop. You're the bishop here. You're the bishop here now, correct? It's me, Noak. I used to be an inquisitor. Yes, I remember you. I also remember he fucking hates him as well. Get away from her. She's dangerous. She's a heretic. She's one of those henocentrists. Hello, hello. How's it going? How you doing? Yes. Yes? Helocentrism, Your Grace. That theory your father was so wary of. Don't you remember? You have to reject. What? Why aren't you saying anything? Hey, come on. This is a joke, right? You couldn't be in leagues with Noak. Let me ask you something. What do you think is wrong with heliocentrism? What? Obviously, it mocks God's creation. I'm no expert, but the old bishop is rather vague. My friend, listen. If I must spell it out for you, I shall. If you are to accuse people of being heretics, if you are to torture and kill them, you best make sure you can at least explain the validity of the grounds. Take responsibility for your actions. What? The grounds? Of course they're valid. It's in the Bible. Psalm 119:90. Thou hast established the earth and it abideth. Abideth. God, I hate trying to say certain older words. Abideth. 1 Chronicles 16:30. The world also shall be stable, that it be not moved. That's about what comes to mind. Think about it. These verses don't form a definitive basis for the exclusion of heliocentrism. Importantly, heliocentrism is nothing more than one idea. It would be one thing if someone were claiming it to be the sole truth. It's only a mathematical hypothesis. Wherein lies the problem? And then, where it unfathomably actually where it unfathomably actually the case that the earth moves, it would be our jobs to reassess our interpretation of scripture, reassess our interpretation of scripture. Rather than reject new views and discoveries, perhaps we ought to study them for insight into God's word. I think that's something our faith sorely needs, don't you? What the fuck happened to this guy? What the fuck happened to this dude? In like two? Two volumes? In fact, where the sun is center of the universe, it could provide philosophical support for the Trinity. It could be a breakthrough for theology and worship. But, but what about your father? Oh, well, yes, he was strict in matters of cosmology. I don't know why. As we both know, he was once astronomer himself. Perhaps he experienced some misfortune that turned his curiosity into bitterness. In any case, this is how I see the situation. There was a local authority who was especially strict on cosmology. Some researchers on heliocentrism are lucky enough to be in his jurisdiction, and were branded as heretics. People started to believe that heliocentrism was taboo, and then the dirty work was taken up by a man who was not a proper inquisitor with a tonsure but by an outsider, a full mercenary, that is to say, you. That would mean that all this tumult was not holy war to protect all the people's faith, but a mere mistake brought on by the actions of one man. Holy fucking shit. This man just dropped this dude. Holy mackerel. This man just. Can this guy get a break? I wonder. God damn. Nowak, my duderino, you're fucked. Mistake? You're saying it was a mistake? Hubert, Ravel, Okozi, Badeni, I killed them all were executed for the sake of the church. Even my own daughter. There must be records. None of those executions were public. What more? They all happened at least 25 years ago. Who could say what fate befalls any records? Looking at it now, it's strange. There were too many non-public executions connected to your cosmology work. I'm a cautious man. Just now, I started to search for any records within my reach that name you, and ask that they be disposed of immediately. By morning, I expect they will be all gone. It's just like, what the fuck? I just came here to kill someone. What do you mean? My dude's literally is punished Snake at this point. Holy mackerel. Punished boss, I should say. Was it really just me? Was I the only one persecuting these thinkers? The only one in the world? Yes, as far as I know. How can you say that now? If you'd been born elsewhere, or at a different time, you might have been someone else. That's not the case. That was your fate. It's sad, but all you can do is accept it. Neither you, nor the heretics you took in hand, will be known to history. Oh, fuck. What the fuck is happening anymore in this series? My god, this man. I mean, it doesn't fix this dude. I hate him still. Like, motherfucker actually like drop the knowledge bomb of the century on me and be like, I still hate Tony for passion. He's still a dick, but I mean, it's kind of nice to see him humbled like this. 55. Do you understand? So if you see a book published containing heliocentric ideas, don't make a fuss. It'll be wasted. And Tony, I may be a fool, but I can see through you. Also, know he hates him as well, so there's also that. You talk of faith. You're really motivated by money, aren't you? You always were. You tempted him, didn't you? To buy a cleric. Our world is ending. How much did it cost? 80% of the profit. My take's only going to be half the remainder, though. Hmm? Anyway, it's not as if I'm trying to make a special statement. I'm just trying to get ahead of everyone else to where they're going. It's coming. The age of money. Money. No more God? Only money? Do you think such an age would be desirable? Do you wish for an age in which money and value are synonymous, and anything profitable is considered good? Also, let's take a step back. I saw your boss kill herself using a gunpowder. Do you think anyone could see a person do such a thing and not find it a tragedy? Intellectual and technical progress led to that explosion. Under the banner of reason, there may be slaughter far beyond that which has occurred under the banner of God. Don't you see where we could end up without the firm hand of God? If they lose God, the people will be forever lost. Yes, but morality is something you find when you're lost. That's what the boss told me. I don't think peace is coming. Maybe headed for an age of mass slaughter, but man, not God, will take responsibility for those deaths. So it won't be a matter of sin and redemption, but one of reflection and self-reliance. One intellect has one intellect has had that taste of one's intellect has had a taste of suffering. It will eventually develop acumen to control the pace of civilization and will technology well. It's a delusion. That's ironic. It's ironic coming from fucking Nowak. Yes, but there was a man who both helped and betrayed me who told me something. He told me to think in a world without no told me to think in a world without with no God. I like to believe that that will show me the way. Besides, you're forgetting the most important thing. I think even if God disappears in society, no one can erase God from people's souls. You're as much of a child as you look, carefree and and brave and selfish. There's no point in talking to you. Is that so? Then we're done here. You did your job. It's just not needed anymore. The winds have changed. Thank you for your hard work. Now you may rest. This might be the last time we meet. If there's anything more you want to say, I'll listen. I don't want to believe it. It's just as bad as I feared it might be. Hmm? The smell of alcohol. Oh, did you notice? I spread it all around outside. Douse the straw in it too. What? What? You may be right that the winds have changed, but what if all of us died here tonight? What if the entire church went up in flames? And what if, before that, I had just told the guards that I was headed to the church in pursuit of a suspected heretic? Who do you think the people would figure was responsible? Oh, fuck. No, he's still going Green Goblin mode. He's still going Green Goblin mode. Huh? People might make a mistake. People might make a mistake, eh? Might assume certain things. How about that? Looks like the winds have changed again. God damn, what is happening? Shit's happening, bro. 56. You. What did you. I heard there was a girl headed to the church. I wondered what if the heliocentric heresy gained a sympathetic ear here. But I was surprised to see such an about face. I'm glad I prepared for the worst. Now I can spread the idea that heliocentrists are dangerous. You really think you can do this? Just spread the rumor like that? You never know until you try. Are you planning to kill me too? Frankly, I don't care if you die or not. Even if you survive to tell the truth, I doubt anyone will believe you. But yeah, I suppose it would be safer to kill you. My bro is still going Green Goblin mode. Green Goblin mode though. Oh shit, bro, how's it going? You haven't missed much, don't worry. You only missed like I think 3 chapters. Oh god, my nose. Discord's weird lately. I noticed that. Yeah, you're just literally joining us to see no Echo Green Goblin mode. Holy shit! Does everyone fucking die in this manga or something? Like no one survives? What the fuck? I just is it time for more Kino? God, we already had it. I didn't know we were getting more of it. Okay, no, she just takes a fucking blade out of her side and goes bam straight in there. Holy shit. Okay. I was like familiar with her game. My god. Oh my god. Dude when dude's like got the same way fucking Jonathan Joestar went out. About the head and everything, and also being cool. But you know, it's kind of there. It's kind of almost there. Oh, oh, oh shit! No fucking way. He sees him right at the end. Oh shit. Hi. Damn. I can't believe it. It makes sense though. It does make sense though. The most base man in fiction returns. Lord, is this some sort of revelation? No. I think it's just a dying hallucination. Oh, alright. Yep, that's how it is. In any case, how's it been? It's been a while. Fate hasn't been kind to me. I have you to thank for that. I'm not the only one. Your stone chest ruined the lives of many. That's harsh. I had a bright future that was destroyed too, you know. Oh, that's right. But what an ending. It's a joke. He claimed heliocentrism isn't heretical. Hilarious. Oh right. I still have this. You can have it. I don't need it anymore. No, I'm fine. Why? I can't hold anything because I'm a hallucination. Besides, it's not just mine anymore. Yeah. Shit. What do I do? I never thought it would. What have I? No point in beating yourself up. We did what we could, both of us. We're not the same. You and I were very different in our positions. When he told me heliocentrism wasn't heretical, it made me realize I never suspected it, but I was the villain of this story. Shit, I can't believe it. It's true. We're on different sides. There are all kinds of people in this world. Honest men, liars, cowards, heroes, and all of those traits can be in one person. We all contain multitudes. No wonder the fighting never ends. But, if you will, sir, they of the past or future, they who stand at the end of the great chasm of time, will look back at us only as the men of the 15th century. We were born in this age. It could have been another, but it was this one. It's nothing more than a meaningless arbitrary coincidence. Or put another way, a fateful miracle. And rather than being born into the same mindset, we were born into the same age. So, even while I feel that it couldn't be true, even while my reason and my emotions both reject it, I like to believe this. All of us who happen to live here now were comrades, even if we hate each other enough to kill each other. Are you trying to make me feel better? Of course, I'm a hallucination after all. Well, thanks, but I still can't rest on my laurels. The truth is, I have always felt something. Something I shouldn't have for you people, so I pretended to forget about it. What was it? Pain. Back then, back then when you made your choice. I was so sorry. Don't choose death. You're too young to die for your convictions. That's what I thought. I see. That's not how I looked at it. But I suppose I should keep it in mind. Yes. Maybe that was the first and last chance God gave me. I ignored it, dismissed that feeling as a mere burden. That must be what makes me the villain. Is there anything else you want to say? I think this place is about to collapse, and you're going to die. You know a lot, don't you? Then tell me before I go. Did my daughter make it to heaven? Oh, that shot construction though was pretty fucking good. Don't ask me. I told you a long time ago. No one knows what's after death. Still, if you want her there, you should do what you can think of to make it so while you're alive. Is that in the opening? Oh yeah, because he's burning, isn't he? Raffle's burning the church. I always did wonder what that meant. So the entire opening does foresee the entire manga. Huh. There you go. It actually is the entire thing. I always wondered what the whole thing was with Raffle and the church. Whatever's left, with that, I bid you farewell. It still sucks that he didn't actually ever find out what happened to his daughter, though. I mean, yeah, he's a dick, but it's still fucking depressing when you think about it. I always kind of think about that a lot with him. He literally is he literally is just punished snake at this point. Oh god, now he's gonna find out. Fuck's sake. And now he's gonna find out. I see. You two found something you could go to hell for. Dear God. Dear God, all of my daughter's errors stem from my mistake. They're all my errors. If her syndrome is in fact not contrary to your will, then please, please, please take my child into your kingdom. To heaven. I just realized Suda are fucking nuts on this episode. Like, my god. Suda Kenzma dropped like the best performance of the entire fucking year. Oh, fuck. Oh. Absolute. Oh. That page, bruh. That fucking. Rip my dude, but that page is fucking incredible. Goodness gracious me. Ah. Chills. Chills. Ain't no way around it, bro. This shit is like the greatest. God, it's so fucking good. Where the fuck has this been in my entire life? Oh man. 58. Hey, there's a fire. The church is on fire. Huh? This way. God, this series is like just beautiful. Beautiful. At least allow Drucker to survive. Like, at least let someone survive this entire fucking series. Give me a break. Yeah, he stabbed me. Oh, god damn it. God damn it, bro. You can't do this to me. It's a fucking stab wound. It is but a scratch. I guess I'm gonna die. Shit. I messed up. If I die, it's all over. There's no God, no afterlife. All the money I made, the things I learned, the future I saw, it's all useless now. It all ends here. Wait, was my life what was my life for? Oh, for God's sake, you can't do this. For fuck's sake. I hate this series so much. Oh, I fucking hate this series. It's so fucking good. God damn it. What the fuck do you mean? Absolute fucking cinema. God damn. Oh, man. Oh, she dies with a fucking smile on her face as well. God fucking damn it. I hate this series. Stop making me cry. Stop making me fucking cry. God. Ugh. It's making me fucking cry all the time. And she finally looks at the sun as well. Oh man, what the fuck? I fucking hate this series. I'm trying to keep it in, bro. Trying to keep it in. Ugh. Ugh. God, I hate being able to feel emotion. I fucking hate feeling emotion. It fucking sucks. 59. The Kingdom of Poland, 1468. Everyone, if you please form a line. Wow, it's my first time here. It's really it really is as popular as they say. Thanks for coming. Bread's coming right up. Just hold on a minute. Your order? Oh, are you his son? Oh, no, I'm just helping him. He's just helping me out. Oh, I see. Then where are you from? Um, everyone, it's ready. Oh, good work today as usual, Albert. Only keeping up with only keeping up with you. Yeah, that's right, Albert. There's something I want to ask you about. You got a minute? I need to then have a seat. So I get straight to it. You get to go to university. What? You must be shocked, but no need to worry. Listen here. As you know, bakeries like ours have to produce bread of price and weight in accordance with the rations distributed by the authorities from their storehouses. You're smart. You're capable of collecting information, predicting prices, and making estimates. You're so reliable it allows me to focus on baking bread. You earned the seal of approval of the bread inspector. Our ship is sound, and you're the one to thank. So, by the way of thanks, I intend to send you to university. Thank you, but I'm not interested. Huh? Have I ever said I wanted to go? No, but you're smart, and you used to say you like studying. Scholarship is useless. There's no point. It's worse than that. It's a vice. Curiosity eats people alive. Research always turns into an end in itself. When all's said and done, it's better to stay out of it. God, I still can't go over the last chapter. Fuck. Ah, well, I know I can never understand what you went through. I suppose I should have been more supportive. Yes, I appreciate your generosity, sorry. But I just want to forget it all, everything that happened back there. I'm perfectly happy with my life here. I have nothing to ask for. But then, what's your astrolabe still sitting in your room? Is it? It is, but I'm not using it. I haven't observed the stars for a long time. I was planning to sell it, you know. Just now I said I followed your numbers, but actually that's not true. Huh? Actually, I make bread of just a little higher quality than you calculate. The precise mixture and the way you sift affects the flavor. I try and make it just a little better than the price, so the inspector doesn't notice. You know why I take that risk? Because I love baking bread. I love to see people eating it. But ain't you right? You say you're happy with your life here. It's a load of bull. It's the worst kind of lie, because the one you're lying to is yourself. Way back, your father told me there was some philosopher, Socrates or Aristotle something, who said everything's got art arte art arte. I can never fuck. You know what I mean. If I remember right, it means what something's good at. What only it can do. A bird's arte is to fly. A chair's arte is to be sat on. So this philosopher was saying that a man's arte is to think. Going by that, my arte is to bake bread. Getting that bread. He's getting that bread though. He's getting that bread, making it. Now, what's yours? Aristotle, what's his name? Also, he also said that people are happiest when they're making full use of their traits. You know what a passion is? It's a mission God gave you. It's the place where you can be you. So don't hide it. At least when you're young, dive in. No one gets to say nothing about it. But well, maybe that's not true. People might say a few or even a lot of things, but who cares? Go for it. All right, I'll leave the rest to you. Bro, just get the pep talk of the century. Ah, Hey Albert, I want you to deliver this bread to this church. Not the usual one. Nope. I've gotten to know that its new priest. Told him to deliver him my bread. It's not that far. Go do it. Alright, I will. Here. Excuse me. What? No one's here. Ooh. Ooh. What's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? Oops, shit. Ooh. 60. Welcome to Confessional. I'm the priest here. I welcome your courage in stepping in. Confessional? Yes. As the name suggests, it's a place where I listen on behalf of the Lord to the sins of those of heavy heart and offer them forgiveness and reconciliation. As in sacrament reconciliation, never seen a little booth used for this sacrament. Yes, I don't believe there's precedent, but I think it will catch on. What a casual priest. So please confess your sins. Wait, I just came to deliver bread. Don't be a stranger. Don't you trust me? Well, not really. I haven't seen your face, and you're weirdly pushy. It shocks me and saddens me to hear that. I have to admit that I was very nervous myself, you being the first one. He was nervous? But why not take this chance? Surely you have something weighing on your mind. Well, yes, something. What is it? I was told to attend university. Do you want to? No. Why not? It says in the Bible, doesn't it? The desire for knowledge is shit. Is there a story behind this? Yes, but I'd rather forget it. Here's your bread. I'm going back. Then that means you're not able to forget it. How about this? If you're afraid to reveal your troubles alone, then I'll confess something I've never told anyone afterward. Do- so why don't you give it a try? Sometimes talking is the best medicine. Alright. I'm not busy, I'll give it a try. Why, thank you. To start off, where are you from? A village nearby. Ah, Brood, Brood, Zero? Brood Zero? Perhaps? Uh-huh. I'm the son of a freed peasant. My mother died when I was a little, then my father raised me alone. Did something happen in your childhood? My father placed great weight on learning. He told me the same thing many times. I can still recite it now. Son, our lives are hard, but there are plenty of people in the world who have it worse. They say peasants like us don't need to study, but they're wrong. If we all become more intelligent, then there will be a day when we can all live richly without suffering. It's why you must study. There was an important figure in our village who was amused by my father's attitude and fortunately took to him. As a result, he was able to read books and learn a lot. My father never could have guessed his idea would be his seed of destruction. It's true. I learned to read early on, and we had an astrolabe in our house that I use every night, pretending to be an astronomer. Did you observe the star? Do you like observing? Did you like observing can't say observing. Holy shit! Did you like observing the stars? Yes, I did. Back then, I looked at the night sky as if possessed by it. Every night, I just stare at it like a fool, untiring. I can't explain why, but I felt my heart moved. Father, I discovered something amazing. What? In the north, straight up, there's a star that never moves all night. Yes, it's called a North Star. Son, let me ask you, what purpose does your discovery serve? Uh, well, the star never moves, so it's very useful for determining direction. Direction. It's your sky map. You see, discoveries mean something when they serve a purpose. Otherwise, they're useless. You should always keep that in mind. But son, nice job finding it. I'm proud of you. Do you like learning? Yes, father. What do you want to learn? What? Everything. Every time I look up at the night sky, I'm amazed. I wonder why there are stars in the sky, why they only appear appear at night, how many of them are there, where they are, when they got there, how long they've been there, even what even are the stars? There's so much I want to know. So why do you want to know all of that? Well, I don't know. I just feel it in my heart. I want to know. Is it a personal desire then? Uh-huh. Son, in the future when you want to learn or study something, keep this in mind. Doubt is doubt is crucial. Doubt your knowledge, doubt the world's ideas, doubt motives and the methods. An inquiring mind can get out of control. It can change the world irrevocably. It can create monsters that can't be put down. Take your time and doubt. A path that will not help people should not be followed. But if after that you still want to study, I'll hire you as a tutor. I'll hire you a tutor. Really? Yes. This isn't something available to everyone. You must give your thanks to God for it. That's how I met my tutor. Albert, here's the tutor I told you about. His name is Raffle. Wait, what? 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 Oh shit. This dude's fucking eternal. Wait, what? This dude doesn't fucking die? He just comes back? He just goes back to fucking Noak like that one scene with Cell in Dragon Ball Z. He's like, you thought you got rid of me. Too bad. I'm alive. Huh. 61. Hmm. Not quite, mate. Not quite. Maybe we got a little ahead of ourselves. Why don't we take a break? All right, sir. Come to think of it, you had an astrolabe in your room. You watch the stars? Yes. I keep records every day for what it's worth. That's good. Do you like to watch the stars? No, I don't like it. Huh? I love it. My background is a bit unusual. I didn't have any parents. I did have the fortune of being taken in by a scholar who afforded me a life of luxury. Even so, I felt alone. It was the stars that rescued me. You see, it just came to me at one point looking at the night sky. There's something beyond the world we live in. We're not alone. The idea got me giddy. We all share one sky. That meant there must be one big something that connects us. Truth. I decided I should live to find out what that was, but I don't have any grand aspirations like that. The records I take serve no purpose. They don't help anyone or buttress the faith, so they're meaningless. Meaningless? Then why do you do it? Well, I don't know. I just want to. But I guess I shouldn't be doing it. I guess I shouldn't be doing it just because I want to. Albert, take a look at take a look at Sagittarius over there. Huh? Sagittarius? What's that? You were taking records without even knowing the constellations? It takes a kid to be so bold. Right. Follow my finger. There's the head. There's the bow. And there's the body. And finally, if we just draw the legs, do you see it? It sort of looks like a centaur holding a bow, doesn't it? Not really. It doesn't, eh? Takes some imagination. I'll give you that. Sorry. Still, it makes it makes it easier to remember the form, doesn't it? We draw lines through distorted information, and then start to see things we didn't see before. What does it say about our reason that we are able to achieve such things? Long ago, the Greeks associated the constellations with their mythology. There are varying stories for each constellation. Sagittarius is the wise centaur, Chiron, who seeks the truth in who seeks the truth. It is he who seeks the truth is wise. He who bears every trial to passionately pursue the universal truth. Don't you feel it too? You must feel it. Look at the night sky. Is it Thor? Is it Thormite? Formaz? Formazen? Formizen? Formizen? Formazian? Formazian? Formazine? Formizing? Formizing? Yes. In the words of the ancient philosophers, it's the wonder that prompts an intellectual inquiry. To put it more simply, it's a body that thrills. It's a body that thrills at the beauty of the world, and it's a mind that wishes to become closer to it. In short, it's a feeling of a question. God made the world, and man wished to know it. I know of no more noble desire. I would give anything to fulfill it. Even life and death. Even life and death are trifles before it. You were saying you were troubled, that it felt meaningless and futile. You felt that what you were doing had no use. You were ashamed for just wanting to know for no clear reason. Now, I'm about to tell you something very inappropriate. The idea that knowledge has to be useful to people of society, it's shit. Do it because you want to. That's all there is to it. And Albert, if there's one thing you should remember, it's this. Most important thing in seeking the truth, be curious. Following your intuition, seek out the beauty of the world. No matter what happens, I'll never condemn your curiosity. Hmm. I suppose we got carried away talking. Let's move on to algebra. Um, are there other constellations? How many? What kinds? Can you teach me about them next time? Of course, we'll start on that tomorrow. A few months later, what a marvel! You already made progress. It's incredible. You even mastered quadrature. Thanks. Is some trick you found? Well, how do I put it? You were telling me how learning to manipulate numbers could bring us closer to the mysteries of the universe. Thinking about it that way, I just got so enthusiastic. That's wonderful. There's this little gathering that's happening tomorrow of people of like minds. The group believes in free pursuit of truth. Its members exchange arguments and opinions on the wide range of subjects. It's a very stimulating forum in which you may propose thought experiments. That might be a risky it might be ris- it might that might be risky to voice out loud elsewhere. What do you think? You are quite young, but I think you have what it takes. Would you like to attend? May I? Really, may I? I would love to. You would? You would? That's great. Then I'll tell your father. Look forward to it. I will, sir. Next day. This is it. Yes. Mm-hmm. Interesting. Interesting. Bruh. It's gonna be Brahma Gupta's revolutionary invention, the translation of algebra. If you ask me the true nature of Aether? Hey, Raffles here, the big man. I see the outlines of certain characters that makes you want to go, huh, huh. So I don't know if I'm going crazy, but Kolb, isn't it? The outline of him from like way back in volume 2. I don't know if that's meant to echo like Jolenta and everyone like that, but I might be pulling at strings here. Or straws? Straws? Is that the term? We're counting on you to get us started. Oh no. Then just a few words to start the night. What are we? We are naturally the sort of the support for the next stage. Yeah, that's the thing. It's not any of them. It's not any of them, but I don't know whether or not it's meant to echo them, if that makes sense. I don't know. It could just be me pulling at straws here. That's right. We shall escape from archaic prejudice and plumb the depths of freedom with freedom and dignity. And tonight, with a new member, his name is Albert. Welcome. As his tutor, I've been astounded by his astutedness, as if as if a master logician resides in the body of a boy. But more than that, we're impressed by the strength of his curiosity. That's the talent most needed for a future in scholarship. Truth is, I'm afraid, it could be that in the future it will come to be a common premise that truth is not found but made. When we look at the books of the past and the lands afar, we see that each has its own history, culture, and faith. For now, our information is limited, but as we come further in contact with those other than ourselves, it may be that truth comes to be seen as relative. Then the human spirit may lose its reverence, its worship for the principle of absolute universal truth. All research activities may become specialized, and a noble ambition to touch the grand sum of knowledge, in other words, curiosity, may be dismissed as a labor of fools. Should that become the case, how do I put it? It would be sad for me. So I believe in you and your curiosity. A toast to you and to this boy who now joins us and his curiosity. Cheers. Whoops, I ended up talking longer than I meant to. Thank you so much. I don't know how to thank you. I I'm so happy to have been invited to something like this. Don't be so modest. We're equals. While I have a matter to attend to, please enjoy yourself in my absence. I think they're talking about cosmology at that table. It should suit your interests. Now that you're here, it would be now that you're here, it would be a shame if you went home early. Stay to the end. Stay to the end, all right? Of course I will. Good. See you later. I'm not supposed to know this, but so this big guy, Ibn al-Shatir, took up the questions that were raised at Marageh. He revisited my he revisit he revisit he revi- revi- yeah revisited Termele's assumption of uniform movement. Uh, um, sorry, go on. So, oh no, I totally forgot about my log for tonight. What do I do if I go home and come back? It'll probably be over. It's no big deal if I miss one night. Tonight's special. Sorry, I have to go. But I'm very glad to have been here. Sure, come back anytime. If I'm lucky, Father will be able to get me back here by horse. Then maybe I won't miss. Huh? I'm. What? Huh? Oh. Okay, the final chapter. What the fuck? What? I know I say it's a lot, but what the fuck is happening? It's like the end of part 7 of JoJo. You're just like, what the fuck? What? Huh? What are you? Well, this is awkward. I know how you feel. You must be alarmed. But I want to calm down. But I want you to calm down so I can explain. If you approach this rationally, you should be able to accept it. I have faith in you. The first thing I want to say is this isn't how I want it to be. I want to settle this peacefully. In other words, let me start from the beginning. A little while ago, I heard a certain rumor. It was said that your father held a unique document. Expounded a revolutionary theory that could upend the shape of the universe. It's just like I know how this looks, but just give me 5 minutes. I'll sort this out. Raffle Tree is not from this fucking plane of existence. He's just a different guy. I mean, I'd be interested in that theory from I've been interested in that theory for a long time, but I never knew how to approach it and had given up. So now, finally, I had a clue. I proposed to your father that we share information and conduct research. It wasn't a bad proposal. Your father wouldn't have known what to do with that theory. Without my intelligence and social standing, it would be a wasted treasure. I just can't get past how wacky this ending is. I promised him more than satisfactory recompense for his cooperation. It would have been mutually beneficial, but there's where it got sticky. He refused my offer, even without thinking about it. He said, "This theory runs counter to established cosmology and is likely to be suppressed. I have a child, I don't want any trouble." What a worrywart. It's easy to dodge such suppression if you know how to play politics, but he just wouldn't listen to me. But it wasn't just that. I kept trying to convince him, and then he got angry. Finally, he said, "I'm going to burn it." I was just speechless. He spoke of truth and knowledge, but in the end, he was just a gutless peasant. Oops, I shouldn't be talking that way about your father. Excuse me, I take it back. So, at any rate, he was out of sorts. He looked like he really might do something, so I had to calm him down. I didn't have any choice, you see. I mean, there is ways of doing it, bro. I don't think that's calming someone down. I mean, it did. I didn't have any choice, you see. Your father wanted the truth all to himself. That's an unpardonable sin. Such thinking must be eliminated. Do you see the important thing here in that? The knowledge your father inherited was not lost. Sacrifices must be made for the sake of beauty of this world. See? You understand, right? And then, just after he finished his speech, the villagers came and caught him. They noticed something was wrong. I don't know what happened after that. It's stupid, isn't it? It happened just like that. My father said to doubt. Thanks to that, he wasn't able to trust anyone, and he was killed for not sharing the writing he had. My tutor said to believe. Thanks to that, he followed his convictions to remorseless murder. That's what happens to those who seek the truth. Knowledge and scholarships are a heavy burden on man. So to go to university would be ridiculous. Do you have one to choose? Do you have to choose one? Huh? Between faith and doubt. Is there a problem with holding both? Yes, there is. They contradict each other. Saint Thomas Aquinas held intellect to be im, immer, God damn it, words fuck me over today. Immaterial, immaterial, immaterial. But we are material beings, body and soul, reason and faith, philosophy and theology, doubt, faith. All these contradictions are valid. Why? Because we're human. A human being is neither good god nor beast, but something in between. But that gives the ability to accept intermediacy, ambiguity, and disorder. In fact, there's where we take a breath. In fact, that's where we take a breath from reason. From what I hear, as of now, you've lost God. What? What? What I mean is, you cannot appreciate the miracle of our world's existence. I'm just gonna put it out there. I wonder if he just walks out as Raffle as well. just, just comes back again somehow. A miracle is when coincidence is born where there was only inevitability, and it is when inevitability is found where there is only coincidence. I was gonna say because it's the only he would just do that. He's just that way inclined if he's like, it's actually me. Hi again. That would be some Ava shit. I mean, that'd be the most Hidekiano ending ever. In the past, you appreciated this. You knew that everything in this world is miraculous, but you gain experience and memories of past in the home and pain. You lost miracles, even though miracles were where you belonged. Please don't assume you know everything. Do you know what you should do? I sure don't. It's simple. You should look at the sky and take a deep breath. It's not that simple. Of course not. But it's not insurmountable. Corinthians 10:13. God is faithful. He who will not suffer you to be tempted above that ye are able. but will with the temptation also make a way to escape, that ye may be able to bear it. It's just I just feel like it's gonna be him at the end of this. He's gotta be him. Alright, since you have summoned you up your courage, I mean, this is already gone ape as shit already. I too shall reveal the anguish I have not been able to share. Long ago, I left a close colleague to die. We were working together, and he committed a grave infraction. There was no going back, and as a result, he died. See? See? But as his sin was so great, all of the more he should have been re- remo- remon- remonstrate, remonstrated, and, and remonstrated with and saved. Even now, I don't know what I should have done. I might never know, but there's one thing I can say for certain. This day, I have been turning my eyes from that history. Oh, oh, is that it? Is that it? I'm a little bit confused. Is he? Is the whole entire thing that Raffle wasn't real? I mean, Raffle couldn't never been real to begin with, but it was just someone else the entire time. I'm just, I'm just like, my mind's just going, what the fuck? I think I'm trying to like pull things together for like different areas. I'm like, am I making sense? Because I'm not, it's not like I'm confused. I'm just trying to piece together like something's over there and then something's down there. Okay, I'll finish it first. To this day, I have been turning my eyes from that history. But now, for the first time, I put into words, it would probably only plague me more now. Even so, I believe today represents a step forward. For you as well, you spoke to me. I think now you'll be able to move forward. God recognizes us, and God is always there for us. But to be with Him, you must overcome ourselves, that we may face Him. We must keep asking ourselves whether we are worthy of God's grace. But however, I ruminate and question God never says anything. He doesn't. That's why we're able to go on thinking forever. I like to think of that as fortunate. I have one last question. You spend coin for bread. You pay taxes for rights. You labor for wages. So what do you have to offer in exchange for knowledge of this world? What do you think? Please search for the answer. What for? So you can live in this world again. I think I'm going to university. I think going to university could be one way. So then, God be with you. Sacrifices must be made for the sake of the beauty of this world. I never condemn your curiosity. Oh, that's kind of cool. That's very fucking cool. Raffle, I want to pursue the beauty of this world. I don't mind if I must sacrifice something for it. Honestly, I agree with you, but wasn't able to reach beauty that way. I wasn't able to reach beauty the way you went about it. I don't know what you have to offer in exchange for knowledge of this world, but I can see that neither Father's secrecy nor your exclusion worked. We are inadequate, so we need each other. We can't face this world otherwise. Man is a political animal. Raffle, I feel Thor Mazane. I shall continue to affirm that. In my own way, different from yours, I'll keep going forward, doubting, retreating backward, believing. I'll get ever closer to to the beauty and brilliance of the stars. I'm back. Hey, sir, please let me go to university. Hmm. You're the prospective student, Albert. Yes, sir. All right, sign here. Here, Albert. Albert Brud Brud Brudzen. God damn it. Brudzewski. Yes, sir. Brud Brudzewo is my hometown. That's how I sign. Hmm. Well, it's all the same. So, you start tomorrow. Attend whatever lecture you like. What? Mel here? Patochky never heard of him. But there's no mistaking it. This is the address. Maybe he used to live here or something. Let's go back quickly. Is there anything else? I do kind of like that. That panel is really fucking good, even though it's depressing. It's really good. It does, it just. I can't. I'll think of the words in a minute. Maybe he used to live here or something. I want to go back and appreciate it a bit more. I mean, I have no idea what this is all about. So, certificate of rights. Should any profit derived therefrom shall grant 1/10 to Potocki. Gives me the creeps. And what's with this book title? On the movements of the earth. As he written, it's the heavens that move. Weird. And no copy of that book came with no copy of that book came with a letter. Not that I'd say no to money. Right, so I guess we have like a little bit of a 1468. Albert entered Carco Academy at 23. He went on to teach there for 20 years, principally mathematics and natural philosophy. In his lectures, he expressed reservations regarding the established geocentric model, but stopped short of drawing a conclusion. 1482. Albert wrote a commentary on the contemporary astronomical text, New Theories of Planets. His commentary came to be studied far and wide for some time. 1491, a young student at the academy named Nicholas Copernicus learned astronomy through Albert's commentary. And there we go. I thought it might be like a little addendum, like that was me all along. Like thing comes at the end of it. Okay, well that's a lot taken that ending. um, right. I'm still trying to get my head around the bit with Albert's dad because I don't think I guess think is he's an apparition. I'm guessing old Raffle. He's not. He's dead. Long dead. Because I thought maybe the entire thing is Albert's dead as well, and this is actually like purgatory or something. I thought it could be like a twist that Albert's dead as well, and it was just it's a purgatory state for him. That was just my. I was a thought I had at some point as well. Right. Okay. It does. Okay, that does make sense. So, because I was gonna say, could this ending have been like an alternate reality of the reality beforehand? Because currently the book itself hasn't been the book itself isn't anywhere yet. So I don't know whether or not the book got anywhere. So then Raffle basically ended up being what he wanted to be or pursue what he wanted to be. So there might I thought at one point there might have just been like an alternate reality to the prior reality that we were reading about. I can't remember if Sirius did that once before as well. Like he saw a different like reality at the end of it. It was different from the one that we saw. I don't remember which one it was. It could have been part. It could have been a JoJo part as well. I'm trying to remember. It's been a long while since I've played a series like that. Because again, yeah, it's just a really unique ending. I do actually like it. I can imagine it being very. I don't want to say divisive because the ending does end. There's an ending to the series, so the Pride chapter with Draka dying does bring the series full circle specifically. I mean, they do deliver the book, but the book's not the I just don't know because I would have thought the book would have got published by that point. Yeah, because I see, because I what the only thing I can think of because when it said of Copernicus, Copernicus is a real person, isn't he? So that's my thought process was the ending is the real world, I guess, and it technically we're seeing the real world through the lens of we're seeing the real world through the lens of the teacher of Copernicus as we now know, but then we see Raffle who he wants to be, who he wants to be. Oh, I okay. Right, okay, that makes sense then. I was gonna say, because I thought the book would have been with the letter as well. That's why I thought maybe it might have just not have got there. That's why I thought maybe it might have been an alternate reality to the one we were reading originally. That's why I was that was kind of what my thought process was for 5 minutes. Because I thought the person that killed his dad was the priest. That was my thought process because the way he spoke kind of drew it's just it kind of it's interpretation after all, I guess. That's the vibe I'm getting from it. He wants you to think the way you want to think about it, which kind of goes back to the whole I guess what they were saying originally about the series as well. Like what Rafa was saying, like be curious, never like stop, always continue on. So to have an ending that sort of brings out the curiosity in your mind, to actually make it go, what's going on here? Where are we? Sort of does make sense the entire like meaning behind that chapter, I guess. That's the thing I'm trying. I need to sit on this for a while. I need to sit on this for a fucking while. This is an ending. Because he does sort of mention like the idea of like never not doing what you want to do, continue on and actually always be curious. And I thought maybe that might be the thing it's going for. Yeah, I get that. That does make sense. And I guess technically speaking, it does sort of go full circle because you do already question like what you're reading, I guess, as well. So it's could it be like a full breaking away? Like he's breaking that full because it is sort of questioning. He sort of planting the idea of questioning into Albert, but then also he's planting the questioning into you because you're cause the entire time when Raffle's there, you're questioning what the fuck is happening. You're like, why is a person that's been dead for a goddamn while is now back again for a third time? Because we know beforehand he was an apparition because you mentioned it to Nowak, he's an apparition. He's not real. So we at that point know he's not truly real. So by making him be the teacher of Albert, it does bring out the whole idea of questioning, like the idea of questioning as well. And I kind of feel like that's what he was trying to go for, and it does make sense. I sort of get what he's doing, and it works because it because if it was someone else, say it played out conventionally, and then some random guy was like, by the way, keep on questioning, keep on wondering, keep on doing all these things, bruh. Do it. And then ends, it wouldn't it wouldn't have the same impact, if that makes sense. But because you have someone who's I think I gotta go back and read. I have to pull it up in a minute and find out. I think it's adult raffle, but because it's a raffle in the church in this whole entire area, it does sort of land that whole idea of questioning. And I guess that's the reason to why he wants to leave it. And he wants to. He made it purposely this way. I might be speaking absolute shit out of my mouth right now. I don't know. That's just what I'm seeing in the ending because it's a very cool ending. It's a very unique ending. It's got that I mean, I hate bringing it back to JoJo, but how part 8 kind of concludes the idea of how Araki kind of breaks the fourth wall and kind of tells you specifically what the whole story is about. And I kind of feel like the same thing applies here. Like it's the idea that he's in a very roundabout, very unique, very not so present method, telling you to keep on wondering, and to actually and to have Raffle there makes sense because again, the priest I'm guessing was the person who killed his father. That's the vibe I'm getting because the way it was explained sort of makes it seem that he's the one that did it. Which maybe that's the reason why I was going, what the fuck? How what? Because the way he was saying it, the way he was speaking, brought it back to that way of thinking for me. That's the reason why I was thinking that way because Raffle is an apparition, and also that does go back to what I was saying beforehand. How the characters in the gala, I guess, or in the actual area, were meant to represent the characters we've already seen beforehand. The ones who are already dead, I'm guessing. Well, we know four of them are, but it's meant to evoke that sense that you're not following people who actually are there, but maybe I just fuck me. I can't get my sentences correct because this is breaking my brain. This is breaking my brain, bruh. Oh, let me pull up YouTube. I might actually have it in my history because I was watching before I started. Where is it? 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 History. Oops, shit, wrong one. No. That's the one. Ah, there we go. I'll pause it because I can't actually, right, where is Raffle Burn? Okay, Raffle Burning's there. Uh, I mean, yeah, that is, I would say it probably is adult Raffle actually. But it does look like, he doesn't have the same kind of like cut of hair, if that makes sense. It's sort of, it's sort of, oh, let me put, but his face looks different. That's the thing. His face is different because you see. Hold on, just let me quickly grab this. Can I bring it up? Does it work? It does. Right, if we is it? I don't remember which one it is. That's the one. Right, if we examine, doing some fucking CSI shit here. See, that's Raffle at the beginning. That's Raffle that we know. And if we go to the end, see his face is different. His face is completely different. So I'm guessing that this is the ending of the manga in the opening. So that so I guess that does sort of answer that question. That we do have to definitely see the ending, and we do definitely see the ending in the opening, which is kind of weird because it is technically the final shot. This one of the final shots of the entire opening as well. But you don't see Albert at all though, which is interesting. I don't think. I don't think we don't see Albert at all. There's Draka, there's Smet and everyone. There's Gianta. There's Bedeni, RIP my boy. Yeah, we don't see Albert, which is kind of weird. So don't think that's Piast. That's these Deuterino. And then there's the money. And there's Hubert. And then there's the end. We don't see we don't see Albert at all in the opening, which is weird. I would have thought we would have saw Albert. He's the only other character that we don't. I don't know if that kind of also makes it maybe what's the word? I need to actually fix the I'm ghosting, bruh. Ghosting, bruh. There we go. I mean, true, but I imagine I imagine it will adapt it. So I imagine it will still appear, if that makes sense. But yeah, I mean, series exquisite masterpiece, absolute cinema. I do actually like how every single character ended with the respected with a respectable ending as well. Like no character kind of left on a Raphael, really. Was that to make it more ambiguous as well? Calling him Raphael. That's interesting, actually. I didn't realize that. But what I kind of like about the series overall is the idea. I need to see it as well. Actually, I don't think I can pull them up really quickly somewhere. Ah, my arms. Overall, as a, I just my brain is so melted from the ending. I'm like, wait a minute, the whole series, fuck. Yeah. So the whole series, beautiful, a beautiful series. Like, came out of fucking nowhere. Blew my socks off, and actually now I'm just like, what the fuck? I need more of this. I will never probably get another series like this, which is the reason why this series is probably like top one for me because it's like Fire Punch. It's just nothing like it. And yeah, I mean, every single character had a full character arc. Even at their end, they had a full character arc. I kind of appreciate that as well. Like Draka kind of saw the sun, and she actually looked up the sun as well, and actually that's her final moments. But Akazi saw the stars and actually realized that the sky is beautiful as well. Same thing with Raffle as well. It's just it's I'll give it 1 sec. It's a beautiful series because every single character had an arc in it and they finished and it was a beautiful way to look beautiful. It's a beautiful series because of it because you don't really get. Don't get me wrong, characters do have an ending in other series. It's not like, oh, okay, well, characters just sort of just go off a deep end at some point and that's about it. No, they do end, but I feel like every single character goes full circle in this series. And I don't see that very often, especially in such a short space of time. Because Draco was only like what, maybe 2 volumes, and whole entire character arc came full circle. And she learned so much. We learned so much as well. Same thing with Smith. The same thing with everyone else as well. And it's one of these are the characters. Even though you get very short space of time with them, you don't ever forget them. Like they're ingrained into you, like completely ingrained. It's one of those things that I don't see series like this very often. Again, the only other one I can say is probably JoJo or Fire Punch, or maybe some other series out there as well. But it's just one of those things that the ending was exquisite. I mean, the epilogue itself, I always make that a separate thing because it really is a separate thing. But the ending was beautiful for the entire series. It was a very poetic ending. See, and Jalenta, even though yeah, she went kaboom as well, it was one of those things that she got her name on a published thing as well. Oh no, it's the same. Oh, okay. That sort of makes sense, I guess. So why do they call him Raphael then? That is interesting. But yeah, I mean, it's just one of those things that I'm gonna have to sit on this for a while. The series is one of those ones I can't really put into words just yet. How I think I probably will, as time goes on with the anime series, be a bit more like expressive of how I think about it because I'll have more time to like kind of digest what I read as well because I got more out of the series by reading it and then watching it because I even noticed more things with the anime series once I actually kind of rewatched it as well. Well, I say rewatched, watched it after I read it. And yeah, I mean, I will always implore everyone to read the series because it's pretty much the best manga I've ever read in my life. It's beautiful to from start to finish. No single volume is wasted. Every single volume does something, and it's one of those things that in 8 volumes we basically just got this like kino throughout. It's just impressive. Not one single beat was missed. Yeah, I mean, I just sad it's over. I could have read this for 1,000 chapters. I could have been here. I could have been like on the One Piece Odyssey with this kind of shit. It's just that good. And yeah, the characters exquisite, all of them amazing. I mean, I even like Nowak as well. He's a dick, but I feel like I feel like he misconstrued the will that he was given, and it sort of does. It's one of those things that, as I was saying during the anime series itself, you understand why he's the way he is because God gives everything. Why would anyone go against God? But the way he went about it is kind of the flaw in all of his thing, because he's lost to history. No one will remember him. He'd be the one. He's the one who tried to stop them, but no, he can never stop them at all. And it's kind of interesting to see that whole conversation through the lens of Antony as well, because Antony was OG hater extraordinaire of Nowak, but he kind of gave that, like, I guess, character study on his character in that whole chapter. The idea that he's done all this, but what for effectively? Like, he none of what he is saying really does none of what we were saying really does, hinder the church, in so to speak, in the way he thinks it does. He's only doing it, and it's kind of already established when he kills Badeni and Akozi, how it's personal. It's not under the will of God. And even later into when he goes after Draka and Schmidt as well. It's not He's not doing it for the sake of the church. He's doing it for his own personal conviction, his own personal vendetta against the people who try to take his daughter away from him. And it's one of those things that it is true that he doesn't do it for what he thinks he's doing it for. He's not doing it for the church. That's why the delusional aspect comes into play. That's why Yame does illustrate the idea that he is delusional in that aspect. He thinks he's doing it for the will of God, but he's not. Maybe at one point he was. Maybe at some point in the entire series, like before Wrath and everyone like that, he was doing it for the sake of God. But that sort of becomes muddled after a while, because, again, he loses that once it becomes personal, and it's one of those things that it becomes he's just using God as a vehicle to actually just progress. That's also a pun in there. Progress his vendetta forward, or his revenge forward. And it's one of those things that it was his ultimate demise as well. His own personal vendetta was his demise, and it's one of those things that he is a very fascinating character for that. And it's also really cool that his end was met, and the last moments of his demise was Raffle as well, the one who started it all. And it always been endlessly fascinating how they handled that whole entire aspect, because it's one of those things you don't see that very often, like how a villain goes out in that way, because he's not a villain in the kind of grand scheme of things. He's not evil for the sake of being evil. No, he's evil because, well, he's not really evil either. He has his own way of thinking, but it just goes off a deep end to the point of no return because of revenge and vendetta and everything like that. And it's all one of those things that it does go back to this whole entire idea that how convictions can, in theory, impede someone, and we've seen it now. So I do like how he handled Noak's ending. Noak's ending I don't think I've really ever seen like a villain really go out that way, like in that kind of aspect. Like, it doesn't really feel it doesn't he says he's a villain in the story, but he's not. He's not. He's just a person who, practically speaking, just misconstrued in a lot of things, and actually he wants his daughter back, and it was one of those things that is depressing, that in the final moments as well, he puts the glove on the burnt hand he had, on the hand he had, and he found out who it was as well. It's depressing that in the final moments of his life, he found out his daughter was dead. Like, and he can't. Oh god, that's a long sentence. Just realized that. And he can't be with her, because, practically speaking, what he's done is a contradiction to what he preaches, effectively. God's given him everything, but he's now gone against the teachings of God and actually gone on his personal vendetta, because so he will never see he, effectively speaking, will never see his daughter ever again, even in heaven. Because if, by all accounts, if we what we know about heaven and hell is to be true, he won't ever see his daughter again, because he won't be in heaven. That's the thing, and it's one of those things. It's a depressing ending for his character, because he will never see his daughter again at all. Not even in present life, not even afterlife. He's forever just punished for that reason, because he thought what he was doing was correct. He preached that to the end of time, and then in the end, it wasn't true. And I like that aspect about him. The demise of Noak is one of those things that you don't see often. It's really, really well done. And yeah, I mean, it's one of those things. Then, and how he just could never ever get rid of heliocentrism, because he can't fathom the reason to why that would ever kind of permeate in society. And it's going to. We already, like, Antonio actually kind of did in theory say that it's not going against the God or the church. Why should we take this away from the people? We should actually just kind of bring it in there and actually have a way of thinking like that, or bring new ways of thinking as well. It might help the church, because again, it will never get rid of the church. The church is always going to be there. That's the thing. I kind of feel like that's what he was fearing, and it makes sense because in that time period, you don't know what the future could bring, and like he says as well, like you don't know whether or not if God's not there, will people kind of start to kill and like that technology bring about destruction and everything like that. He kind of feels like God won't be there. So I guess I guess what he was trying to do, he's trying to extinguish the flame of heliocentrism, because like that, God will always remain. He always strongly believes that God is going to be extinguished if heliocentrism takes over, because that's the problem. But it's one of those things. God will always be there in this context, because you can never get rid of that whole aspect. Religion's always going to be there. I kind of feel like he didn't really realize that until the very last moments. And it's one of those things. It's kind of depressing that he had to meet a demise and actually and kind of keep to his own what's the word? Kept his own convictions. Never actually realized that God could still live on. And it sucks because again, who would have thought he in in a different time, in a different life, he might be someone completely different. Like it's established in the actual chapter, he could have been someone different. But alas, he's forever condemned to the life he led. That's fate. And it's also one of the themes that the series actually does in theory. It's actually as well the idea of fate, and also what is destined for the characters as well. Because again, he again, in the roundabout way, like every single character in this manga series, he never gave up on his thought process. He kept going to the very end. He kept his own theory alive until the very bitter end, like everyone else did. But his theory was flawed. That's the problem. And it's quite interesting. I like this series because it presents all these things in a very unique way that you don't see very often. It's not so cut and dry, and like it doesn't present morality in a way that is very good guy bad guy. The characters think it that way because again, at that point in time, good guy bad guy is kind of the only thing you really had. But considering we now have more teachings on that, more books on the whole morality aspects as well, we sort of get a different feeling with Noah's character. That it's not just cut and dry like he's a bad guy like he says he is. I don't know. I just really like this manga a lot. I've gone about it for years. My throat's getting very dry as well, but yeah, I can't wait to see how they adapt this whole entire section. Because again, I feel like this whole entire arc is going to be like one of those ones that will be very much a talking point for the series, because this presents a lot more, I guess, theoretical theoretical what's the word, conversations than say prior arcs did. Because prior arcs did already have theoretical what's the word, theoretical conversations. But I feel like this one has a lot more, and it's very crucial that they adapt it correctly, because this will probably be like this would be like one of those endings everyone will remember, I think. So yeah, I gotta lie down for a long ass while. This series has melted my brain. I got to think about this for a long while, and just is like the one meme by Billy Ray Cyrus says, what to think about. So I actually hope you actually have enjoyed my whole entire series of covering series. I've loved it to bits. It's been so much fun. And yeah, I don't know what to cover next. As like a shorter series as well. I see what there is. And yeah, actually hope you actually have enjoyed the entire series. If you actually have, then as always, do follow me on Twitch. It does help quite a bit. Actually, will then see these streams live. You actually have then enjoyed this whole entire stream as a whole on YouTube. As always, and do leave a like. It does help quite a bit. Leave a sub as well. It does help quite a lot as well. Actually, have then enjoyed this whole entire stream as a whole on YouTube. As always, do follow me on Twitter. It does help quite a bit. Also, actually, will then know when the streams are live and any other streams I may do as well. So until next time, whatever I cover next, if I don't cover anything before the new year, actually, I wish you all a happy new year as well. Until maybe either tomorrow or 2025. Yeah, it's 2025 next year. I'll see you guys then. Bye for now.